Welcome to the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris, the Candyman, and you already know what time it is. Tonight, we're drafting best ball teams, and I'm pumped. We've got the NFL schedule, the Week 17 matchups, the correlation, the strength of schedules. It's all here. It's all coming together. This is peak best ball summer. We're going to get right into it. I've been saving some of the bullets. I've been careful, launching into BBM. And tonight, I think, hey, maybe we'll draft one. Maybe we'll draft this puppy before it closes. We can get into some of the other time box tournaments on Underdog Fantasy. We're going to be talking a lot of ball. And even later tonight, I'm going live on the FanSpeak network during their 24-hour marathon, midnight Eastern. I'm going to hop over there, jump on with Meg. We're going to talk some PGA. We're going to talk some PGA Championship. We might even draft some of the weekend tournament, which is actually called on Underdog. It's called the Cut Line, and so it's the weekend only draft. I think we might get into some of that, but even more importantly, we're gonna review some of our Albatross teams and kind of sweat those out and talk about what's going on so far in the tournament. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna come tonight, 12 Eastern, over on the FanSpeak network. I'll be shooting links to that into the stream all night long. But before we get to that, we're going to be drafting here some NFL best ball on the channel. If you're new here or if you're watching in the future, make sure you're subscribed. I've got a goal to hit 1,000 subs before the start of the NFL season. And man, we're getting pretty close. So I appreciate all the channel support. Come get in the chat, say what up, draft with us. Let's get better every day. And before we jump into some of these underdog drafts, let's go ahead and hit the intro. If I can find the intro. But overall, it's like the guy can ball. Like actions speak louder than words. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? How we doing in the chat? Shout out to my man, Pat, the first winning Fantasy Dog Pound. What's up, brother? Jeff T, money ain't a thing. Boom. Jeff, I thought Cam Smith was going to be, he's teeing off tomorrow morning. I thought he was going to be throwing out some lines off of his boat in Florida tomorrow. But, hey, he made it. He stuck around for the weekend. Jeff, what do you say about that? What do you say about that? That and then Ludwig coming back today and kind of storming and being kind of still in the mix. But we'll get into all of the PGA stuff later, of course. Tonight, we're going to jump right into some NFL best ball drafts. And I'm going to review with you guys the fantasy playoff implications and matchups. Last night, I went live here on the channel. We had a big stream with a bunch of the bros from the So You Think You Can Tout competition. Had a lot of fun. A lot of guys that we've had on the channel before. A lot of guys that are new to the channel. Really great guys. Really fun getting to know them and hear their takes. And we did a little game where we spun the wheel. If you didn't see it, we spun the wheel. We kind of gave our position for each of the 32 NFL teams, what their fantasy playoff schedule looks like the week 15, 16, 17, and whether it's a target or a fade. So I've got all that in a Google Sheet. We saved it. I put some data together around it as well. If you're a channel member, you can request any of my Google Sheets. You know this. You've been using the Albatross sheets and the Scramble sheets all year long. I had my big board sheets that I was sharing. So this NFL playoff, it's got matchups. It's got some stuff in it. It's not too fancy yet. But if you're looking for a good Google Sheet that just has the matchups and has some little information, you're a channel member, you can request data, any access to my data, my models. I'll share it with you. Another thing, so we're going to look at that. And then I want to skim through it and get some of y'all's thoughts on the best matchups for week 17. Which ones are we stacking? What are we targeting for sure, and what are the implications for all the different players we're drafting, if there's going to be any ADP movement because of these matchups. One thing we talked about last night was T. Higgins, Zay Flowers, the Bengals versus the Ravens, week 17. Are we going to see these players move up the board? Like Lamar Jackson getting pulled up to the Jamar Chase drafter. We're going to see the one-two punch kind of. If you're drafting on the right side of the board, could you take T. Higgins and Zay Flowers with your 3-4 turn picks? Are people going to be, taking Derrick Henry with more of these Bengals receivers? Things like that, right? Another fun matchup we talked about was the Chargers and the Chiefs. So all those implications and more in drafting on Underdog. We're going to get right into it soon. Let me know what y'all think. Hey, what's up? Roni Baloney. How we doing, brother? Yes, I'm on team hats. I'm on team hats tonight and team forward hats. If you can imagine that. Got to show off my little quail hollow from last year. Yo, what's up, Green Bean? Yeah, let's get it started. Hey, it's Friday night. I hope you guys are doing good. Had a good week. Looking forward to the weekend and getting some drafts in. This is like it's peak best ball summer, baby. We've got the NFL schedule. We've got the matchups, the bringbacks, the stacks. We're gonna be doing it all. I'm pumped. I've been waiting. I've been holding myself back to get into this, so I'm pretty pumped for it. Yo, what's up, Paulino? How we doing, brother? Al Boog in the house. Oh my god, Al Boogie, your profile picture is unhinged right now. I've seen it before, but every time I see it for the first time again for a little while, it's just, man, interesting. Speaking of new profile pictures, who's this guy? Whoa, looks like a YouTuber. Atlanta and New Orleans, I think, is one of my favorites, and it's going to give us even more reason to push Shuck up the board to figure out who the Falcons QB is. Last night we had a big debate. We had Goofy and we had PPR, and they were really pushing for the Tua narrative throughout the season. A lot of the other guys, and myself included, I'm kind of on the fence, and some guys think it was more of a split and Penix would retake over when he regains health and when Tua eventually kind of falters. I think if I heard correctly, we have to look at the full schedule, but there might have been some rough away games for the start of the season. So that might be a reason that Tua loses favor if they can't maintain a 500 record. So there's just things to think about. Smalley bags are up. I mean, if you've got Smalley bags, that's incredible. I know I was drafting Smalley in the scramble. On the Albatross, I just can't remember. I'll have to look at my exposures later when Meg and I jump into it. Fantasy Dog, my man, good to see you, brother. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the likes. Don't forget to like this stream. And more importantly, make sure you're subbed to the stream. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. And we got more content all summer long. We're just getting started. So you're gonna want to be here. Come get in the chat. Say what up. A lot of smart guys hang out in the chat. It's not just me. I'm learning from them. We're learning from each other. We're getting better. We're gonna figure this whole 2026 puzzle out for NFL best ball. And one of us is going to take home something big. I can feel it because last year wasn't really the year. I know some of us did better than others, but I can feel it this year. We're going to make up for it. Yo, what's up? How we doing? Detroit at Chicago is one of the best matchups. I think so too. I kind of was alluding to this. Both good defenses, and we'll look at the data. I'll be pulling the data up in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's get right into the data because I've already got it up. Well, I did have it up and then I took it down. Let me go here. Boom. Actually, it's better if I'm probably down here. Okay, Detroit, Chicago, one of the best matchups. It's in Chicago in December, but it's cold, but it rarely snows. So let's just look at that one. We've already kind of started to talk about them. The Detroit one, we can see it here, and I'm going to zoom in even further. Boom, there we go. So what this is, Detroit, they got the week 6 bye. In week 15, they're away at Minnesota, so I graded out there. Minnesota is the 21st ranked defense. So they're not very good. They're not middle of the road. They're kind of the second half of the league. Week 16, they're facing the New York Giants. That's the 28th ranked defense for this upcoming year for 2026. These are Mike Clay's most recent team projections. So they mean more than nothing. I mean, these are directionally accurate. I'm going to go with them until I get something better. If you've got better defensive rankings out there for an entire defense post NFL draft, let me know. I'll try to incorporate something, but this is a pretty good starting point. So they're home in week 16. That's a really nice matchup. And then here we are, week 17, Detroit Lions, divisional matchup. Could be to win the division. Who knows? I mean, I think it honestly is going to be that kind of game on the line week 17 for them. So they're going to be vying for something. And Chicago is ranked right now a top half defense, right? And then in this last column here, I just have the average of the three defenses they play. And so 21 is actually pretty fairly easy. You can see the color coding. It's just conditional formatting. The lower numbers get darker red, indicating a tough matchup. So 21 is not all that bad. So it's a good stretch of playoff matchups. And I do like that week 17 game. There's so many good fantasy pieces in Detroit. You've got Gibbs, Amon-Ra, you've got J-Mo, Laporta, of course, Goff, right? To name a few. You have just as many on the Bear side, if not more. Okay, we're talking about Luther Burden, Adunze. Of course, we've got Caleb. We've got Swift. Some people are drafting him on guy. I'm not. Colson Loveland, don't forget him either. So that's going to be a juicy fantasy matchup that I'm looking forward to. Good shout out. Hey, what's up? How we doing? Emo Cowboy, good to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. Cam Smith isn't looking forward to the weekend. He has to play golf. Sounds awful, especially if you're a recreational fisherman. 100%. There he is, Jeff T. Yeah, Bug. Crazy work with that picture. I was doing a lot of Bijan Etienne already, so that feels good. Ooh, I might need to sneak some more Bijan Etienne into my thought process because for some reason, I think I've been slight fading Etienne for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. But I haven't been drafting a ton the last 3 or 4 weeks. I've been kind of like slow rolling it, going with more of a barbell approach. But we're back in it. We're going to be drafting hard now. Yeah, a little death match there. Fight to the finish. Jose Cruz, what's up, man? How we doing? What up? Love the profile pic, by the way. Incredible. Love the dodgeball is like just all-time movie. Yeah, any channel members, hit me up. If you want access to the Google Sheet, I have a lot of different models that I put together during the year. And right now, I don't have anything crazy cooking. The work that I was doing for the big board, I'm going to carry that forward soon. And I don't really have that much updates to do to it besides just bringing the new ADPs and getting that rolling, which I'm about to start doing again. But this is my latest kind of Google Sheet. I'm happy to share with any channel members out there for supporting the channel. Appreciate y'all. Rams Bucks is a nice one, says Roni. I think so too. Let's go look at that one real quick. So we've got the Tampa Bay Bucks. We can scroll down. The Rams, we kind of view it through the Rams view here. The Rams have a tough matchup where they have Dallas, which is an okay defense. Seattle, very tough. Tampa Bay, kind of middle of the pack, kind of tough. So they actually rank out as it being a tough matchup overall for them. For the Bucks, we look at them and number 26, New Orleans, number 27, Atlanta. Very easy for those two matchups. And then they get the best defense ranked for 2026, according to ESPN's Mike Clay. And that's the Los Angeles Rams. So it kind of evens out a little bit, but that's two easy games and a tough game. A lot of fun fantasy pieces in that game as well. For sure. Yeah, what's up, Houday? Bengals whole playoff schedule seems ideal. Chase at the 101. Let's go dive into it, right? So Cincinnati, kind of a middle of the road overall based on their opponent's defenses because the Ravens are ranked 6th overall as a defense. So that is a little tough. Carolina's middle of the road. I like that matchup. It is an away game for Cincinnati. Indianapolis, 19th overall defense going into 2026. It's also an away game, but it's in the dome, so that's cool. And then home against Baltimore. and it's a divisional matchup. Both of these teams could be competing for a bye in the AFC. They could be competing for making it into the playoffs, winning their division. So there's going to be something on the line. I like that. I would say, yeah, even though Baltimore has a good defense, I do like that matchup just because it's fun. Like I said in the intro, there's a lot of good pieces to it. Raiders Cardinals, somebody's putting up 40. This is true because if you look at the Cardinals and the Raiders have the 25th ranked defense, and then the Cardinals on the flip side have the 31st ranked defense. The only worst defense is the Miami Dolphins, and they're facing the Buffalo Bills, right? So it could be a major shootout in Arizona in the dome, but who's their quarterback for Week 17? And on the Raiders side, I think that makes us feel pretty good about guys like Genty and Bowers, and even the cheaper pieces that go late. I mean, I was already drafting a good amount of Trey Tucker. I could see him blowing up and putting up some big breakaway, long spike touchdowns against Arizona, at least from what I remember from Arizona last year. Pacheco, JK. How many drafts do I have so far? I did. That's a good question. Pre-draft NFL, pre-NFL draft, I did, I don't know, like 150 or so. And then post NFL draft, I have not done a ton. I've been really slow rolling it. So I don't even know, but like less than 30. And I have a few slows going. I've done some of the time box, some of the Frenchy Fridays, which reminds me, I don't know. I don't know if I like the advanced structure of the Frenchy Friday this week. It's got some head to heads in the middle. Could be okay. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Frenchy Friday this week on that time box. Let me know in the chat if you guys like that one. They also dropped, other than the Frenchy Friday, we also just had the first Rottweiler or the first Pit Bull come out, the $20 Pit Bull. I like the Pit Bull. That's what I'm going to do some volume on. I already put one slow in, even though I don't like slows. I just want something to click, keep the thought process going. I don't know if I'm doing the Frenchie 3. How do you guys feel about the 2 Max Frenchie 3? The grand prize for it, I mean, it's a $10 2 Max, so it's $20, but 10,000 up top, 5,600 people. The Pitbull is $20, 10 Max, 28,000 people for 100,000. I like that more, I think. I might be wanting to do a Pitbull tonight. We'll see if it can fill. Yo, what's up, Jim? Speaking of guys last night, Jim was on the stream last night. We drafted a puppy. And I think before we draft again tonight, we got to go review that team because it was late. It was a Thursday night. We ended the stream after over 2 hours. I had to let these bros go. They were hanging on for dear life. It was getting late on the East Coast for sure. But let's go review that team as we do. We've made it kind of a theme of these drafts lately is like when I bring a new guest on, the first thing we do is review the last team I drafted on stream. So last stream when I had Goofy on solo as a guest, we reviewed the Best Ball Mania that Bindles and that Danny from the Fantasy Stock Exchange drafted. We all drafted that on stream on Bindles' channel for Ballsy on last Monday, not this week, or actually it was last Friday. We did it. It was a week ago. We did it on Friday. We moved that stream up to Friday because I was out of town. Goofy wasn't the biggest fan of it. He's more of a robust running back, bro. And so let's look at the team. And actually, Goofy was on this one, but he hardly co-signed it. We had Michael, we had Jim, Goofy drafting on this squad last night. And some other guys as well were at least around for the beginning of it. But let's go review this team. Drafts completed. You'll see, I haven't done a ton so far. I've got a few slows going, but my completed drafts, like I have really been putting the brakes on and touching some grass lately. So let's get into this last puppy. Okay. And then I'm going to go back up here. Let's throw on There we go. That feels better. This team was a 3-5-7-3. We drafted it out of the 7 spot, and we started off with JSN. So, like, I would have personally wanted to go with JT or McCaffrey, but they were both gone in this draft. So we ended up going JSN, which is fine. He's okay at the 7 spot. 3-5-7-3. Patrick Mahomes, about at ADP. Kyler Murray, a little past ADP, but fine. Tua, we get with our last pick. I honestly, I think this QB room, not bad. It's not bad. I don't think anyone co-signed that one. Ah, shit. Jim, come on, Jim. It did come together. No, that RB room come together. We're going to get into that, too. That's what happens when we talk for like an hour and a half, and then we draft a puppy at the last minute. But no, it was fun. It was fun. It was also hard because we had 5 guys trying to make a pick. It's wild. So I would give this QB room like a solid B+. I think this can get some work done. And if Tua plays every game, starts every game, this is really going to be a nice room with the rushing upside and floor that Kyler has, especially if Mahomes misses some time. Running back room, we have Ken Walker team stacked with Mahomes, DeAndre Swift, Bashal Tootin, got a little fall on him, nice. Tyrone Tracy at ADP, Jordan Mason, a big fall on him, about 17 spots. So I really like that one comes together. We team stack him with Kyler. It felt pretty good. So we made up some ground at running back. Wide receivers, JSN, Devonta Smith, Teteroy McMillan, DK Metcalf. Quentin Johnston is a bring back in week 17 against our Chiefs. We also got the mini, game stack with JSN and T-Mac there. Debo, the free agent. Zachariah Branch, our second to last pick, and our rookie wide receiver to pair him up with Tua. So that's kind of fun. And then Gadsden, another bring back for our KC pieces. Hawkinson stacked up with Murray, and then a Gunnar Helm for good measure. So I actually don't mind this team. I think it's a pretty fun team. There's some correlation there. You could use maybe some better stacking, but it's not like we didn't have good team stacking. And actually a few bringbacks too. So I felt pretty good about this one. I thought it was a fun team. But it came together, to say the least. All right. I think it is time. Let's just see. So I only have one Dachshund left, and I'm going to kind of hold on to that one. The puppy's going to fill soon, but I don't really feel a lot of pressure to get much more puppy volume at this time. The Frenchie 3. How do you guys feel about the Frenchie 3? Is this a draftable tournament? Do we want to get into it? 412, 1212, 468. It's kind of a larger final for a smaller tournament. The Pitbull is a 156 final. I like that. For a much larger tournament, 28,000. It's a $20 entry though. You guys think this will fill? I'm going to go ahead and jump into this Pitbull. If it doesn't fill, then oh my God, waiting on 11. Well, that might have just answered our question there. If this doesn't fill, I might just jump into a puppy. We could just do a puppy. Just to get the juices flowing, to work on our NFL schedule, to work off our fantasy playoff, implications. No, it was so hard to get consensus too. I was doing my best as we were making those draft picks just to be like, anyone pick a player, and everyone's just kind of like, I don't know. Plus, as a guest, it's so hard to see the player queue that even if you've memorized the players, even if you've memorized the ADPs, it can be really tough to anticipate that. So I tried to lead us the right way. I hope that team makes some noise, can advance, and do something fun. Okay, we're out of this Pitbull. We're not going to wait for 11 people. We're out of here. Let's go jump into a puppy. I feel like that's going to fill very quickly. The puppy was 69% filled. Like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of the puppies because I'm kind of drafting the puppies just to get the reps in. I don't really think it's not a tournament I'm getting so excited about. If it was a puppy that was going to be open all summer, at least for another month or two, it'd be interesting to kind of play it at different stages of the summer. But this one's almost going to be a time box off the bat. Like, I don't think this puppy's going to make it to the end of May at all. We'll see. We're still waiting on 9 people for a puppy, so let's see what we can do to get this one filled. Yeah, everyone loves the puppy. This is true. I mean, the $5 entry fee is kind of nice. I've got an idea. What the? Did you guys see that? It just snap filled. Somehow we went to waiting on 8 to a snap fill. That's either a really bad sign for my Wi-Fi or something just glitched on Underdog's piece, but I've never seen that. Okay, well, we're definitely doing this puppy then. We're in here. $5 entry. Practically 250,000 people. So good luck. $1 million in prizes. 212, 110, 16, 625 seat final. That's kind of the reason I don't like this puppy. The 625 seat final is not the best reward for getting through a 212, 110, 16. Pretty tough. And there is $100,000 up top. So I'm gonna try to treat this puppy pretty much the same as a BBM. The advanced structure is not as tough. The final is a little bigger, isn't it? I mean, the BBM final is 667. What was this one? 625. Actually, BBM final is bigger this year. Wow. I have some ranks in here, but it's not like truly my ranks. I think I was messing with the ranks one day just to get through like the first couple rounds, and I'm going to be mostly drafting around ADP and then kind of IK being the picks, you know, to build out a certain team structure. I like being on the right side of the board right now. So pick 10 and then pick 15. Let's make some magic here. Yeah, Jeff, I think 4 puppies at this pace is about right. And all these side time box tournaments, I think it's about right. Exactly. Yeah, I think so too, Jim. All right, so we talked about the Saints and the Falcons, the Bears and the Lions. We talked about the Bucks and the Rams. I saw Emo drafted a team today where he got McCaffrey in the 12 spot. Yeah. Wouldn't be me though. Okay, definitely into Amon-Ra. Cook goes. I like Cook a lot, so I would definitely consider that. Amon-Ra on CD. I'm gonna get one of them. I think it's fine, and then I can pair him up with the running back. So I like this start. This will be just fine. We'll go CD Lamb, and then I've got 15 seconds to burn. Let's go jump over here to our data, right? And by week 14, they get the Rams, the Jags, and the Giants. We like those week 16 and 17 matchups, and they're home in the Dome in week 16 and 17. They're away playing in SoFi Center in LA for week 15, so that's actually not bad. 3 Dome games, and only one of them against the Rams is a really tough matchup, but they're coming off their bye the week before that, so it's kind of a nice position to be in for the Cowboys. So that's an interesting one. Oh, don't worry, work distracted me, and I autoed a fucking triple Green Bay without Love and RB3 with Spears. Damn, Emo. But tell me that was a puppy or something, right? Because I was worried for the integrity of the game you're getting. Because honestly, I've seen McCaffrey going at pick 6 and 7 a lot lately. So for you to get him at 12 is sick. Saquon, Hampton, Derrick Henry. Do I take Saquon? I'll do it. I was telling people last night that I wasn't so stoked on Saquon Barkley, but I'm jumping back into their matchup here. Philadelphia has bye week 10. They place. Oh shit! No wonder I was even. I mean, look, I was the one telling people I was fading the Eagles. Philadelphia. They're playing Seattle in week 15. That's a terrible matchup. Houston in week 16, even worse matchup. At least they're at home for both of those, Philly is. And then they're on the road going from East Coast to West Coast for a San Francisco 49ers home game. Middle of the road, but a tough defense. The Eagles have one of the worst, if not the worst, fantasy playoff matchup. I would argue Seattle's is a little bit worse because they play Philly and then the Rams, and then Carolina's their easiest matchup, and it's also an away game for Seattle, but damn. Okay, well, this team is dead. No, I think it'll be okay. I think with Saquon, you're just banking on touches, and then you can have a huge week. Saquon was so disappointing last year. He had one big spike week. He had 2 good weeks, good size spike weeks. He had one really good one. Saquon was underwhelming last year, and I don't know. I was kind of fading him a lot of this pre-NFL draft contest. I could make a great argument for Chase Brown. You could make a team argument for Hampton. I still think Barkley's probably a better pick than Ken Walker, but some people don't think so, and so I'm kind of just following ADP there. You can make a great team case, and just the fact that Derrick Henry was way better than Saquon Barkley last year, especially in the second half of the season down the stretch. Way, way better. So, and of course the big week 17 spike, but you can't count that out. Yeah, it was a puppy. This is a puppy too. This is also a puppy. So, but you scared me when you posted that ADP or that draft pick 12 getting McCaffrey. I was like, damn, man. Yo, what's up, Bryson? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Those matchups just seem like 25 plus touch games for Saquon. I guess they could. I mean, he's already getting that work. So we'll have to think more about it. Right now, it's all surface level. Tough defense, easy defense, who they're playing, the bye weeks. As this summer goes on and we make more nuanced thoughts about the matchups, the implications, the number of touches, not just what defense they're playing, how's their run defense, how's their pass defense, is it a run funnel? Like the Bills defense was last year where no one could pass against them, but everyone was running against them. So we'll figure all that stuff out. It's early. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you guys have any strong thoughts on these matchups, what's your favorite week 17 matchup, like I posted in the poll question, let me know. And if you're new to the channel or watching this later on, make sure you're subbed. I've got a goal to hit 1,000 subs before the start of the NFL season. We're getting real close. Come get in here. Say what up in the chat. Let's draft some best ball teams. I'm going to be here all summer, streaming like 3-4 nights a week, going on other people's channels. So come get in on the fun. Pick 34 coming up next. Started off with CeeDee Lamb and Saquon. I mean, I'll take a little Josh Allen. At 34. This matchup he has against the Miami Dolphins week 17's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I mean, the worst defense by far. Josh Allen goes. I think I want to grab one of these running backs before it gets too late. I'm going to go Kyren first. I should have taken Travis Etienne there. I don't know why, but I like chasing those touchdowns that Kyron's been producing. Even if he started to split the work with Corum, it's just a good offense in the Rams. Let me circle back to Dallas here. They get the Rams in week 15. And then the Rams, Seattle and Tampa Bay. So shit, I forgot. I was trying to talk myself off that one too. Then you have the Saints, New Orleans Saints getting these very nice matchups. So, yeah, and Etienne's not there anymore. Let's look at the board. Probably go T-Mac. I think T-Mac makes sense here. So Saquon, Kyren, CeeDee Lamb, Tet Arroyo, McMillan. If I could redo that, I might have gone Travis Etienne over Kyren. It's kind of a toss-up. I've just been preferring Kyren, but I like those matchups for the Saints. I like McMillan there. I think McMillan's totally fine. Paulino says, at 12 spot, let's battle it out. Paulino, you're in the 12 spot here? Are you really? Heavy hitter? How do I not recognize your name? That's crazy to me. Genty, I hate how it does that. Genty, Jefferson, Higgins, Zay Flowers is a nice squad. I like that. Like we talked about in the intro, you get the Higgins, Flowers, 1-2 punch. That's going to be very, very chalky, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. I like that combo. Paulino, that's wild. I haven't seen your name in the draft rooms in long enough that it didn't even register. And also, I didn't read a single name for whatever reason, so I wasn't even looking. But hell yeah, man, good to see you in there. Pitbull filled just now. God. Well, this is round 4, and I'm hopping over to fan speak in 40 minutes, so couldn't risk it. But damn, I do wish this was a pitbull instead of a puppy. Because I feel like at the puppy, I'm just kind of throwing $5 over to underdog. Here, take my money. And then at least I'm getting the experience of drafting a team, the entertainment value, and it takes a while to draft these. So it's kind of worth it just for the reps. But a pitbull, I think, is a tournament that I'd be very interested in winning. And I think it's more realistic. This puppy is just so big, and the final size is so big. Feel much better about a pitbull. And I mean, it'd be sick to win a pitbull. $100,000 on a $20 entry. You can make the same argument here, $100,000 for a $5 entry, but this is more of a lottery. 12-hour stream for 1,000 subs. Short answer is not possible. But if I had a day where I had 12 hours to myself, I would not be streaming. I would go play golf or do something chill, but I just don't have 12 hours. That's also why I stream so late. Like, this is the first time of day I even get free. I'm usually lurking in the chats and hanging out and on my phone and stuff when I can, but I don't get free done for the day until 9:30 p.m. at the earliest Central Time, my time. So I think for 1,000 subs though, we'll do some things. I'm gonna work on a new intro. I love my intro, but we'll soup it up even better. I'm gonna work on some overlays and kind of spruce up the channel, make it a little bit more presentable. I actually updated my profile pictures across all my social media today, so I hope y'all like that. Just looking like a little YouTuber, the kids these days. But yeah, it's just kind of some fine tuning of the channel at 1,000, and then I'll cook some stuff up too. We'll probably do a giveaway as well. Last year I did a giveaway. I think Paulino, didn't you win the giveaway? I swear Paulino won it. I gave away a BBM, which is a $25 entry fee, but it's kind of fun. I swear Paulino won it. A field general, a puppy, and a pit bull. What could go wrong? You're crossing formats there with the field general. That would mess me up. I haven't drafted any Superflex this year yet, and we'll see. Last year, all the Superflex I did was on someone else's channel as a guest, like Who Hames or Hartman, Steve, I think I did some with. Wow, Devontae Adams falling here. I'm at pick 58. Devontae is there. I'm trying to figure out what I need for this team. Devontae would be nice. I had a team stack with Kyron. They don't correlate well, other than the fact that they're on the same team because of the touchdown, kind of the binary touchdown outcome. But the team could just go off. The Rams could just go off. I am going to probably take Tootin here and get ahead of the running back Cliff, because a lot of these receivers look the same to me. I think Christian Watson's fine. I like Jordan Tyson. I like Brian Thomas. I don't have a great reason to go with one of the QBs right here, but I do just like Jaden Daniels. I like Marvin Harrison, Carnell Tate. I'm not going to touch Quinshawn with the injury. The Browns have an okay playoff matchup, if I'm not mistaken, though. Let's go up to Cleveland. Yeah, Browns is okay. It's not amazing. Tyson, Thomas. Do I just team stack with Brian Thomas? I don't know. Last year was disappointing. I'll take a Tyson share. I do want some exposure to these like rookies. Jordan Tyson, the hamstring's concerning, whatever. But the Saints, we know we like the New Orleans Saints. Playoff schedule, it's literally the best. Tampa Bay Bucks is their toughest matchup. It's a road game in week 15. Then week 16, they have the Arizona Cardinals all at home in the Dome, the second worst defense for 2026. And then they're away, but they're playing in Atlanta in the Dome week 17, and that's the 27th ranked defense. So overall, probably, and actually Washington's is pretty nice too, but probably the Saints have the best fantasy playoff schedule, I think. So I'll throw a little Jordan Tyson in there. Why not? What could go wrong? And it gives us one more out to stack in case Dak doesn't make it here, in case I can't get Bryce Young later on. Then I get one more out with, I think I can kind of control the ability to get Shuck at like 106 or 111. So I haven't seen anything crazy in this draft yet. This is a pretty standard looking draft board. A little bit of movement post schedule release, but nothing crazy. Yo, Bryson. I've done one Best Ball Mania. I've been purposefully waiting for the schedule drop to go hard on BBMs, but I've 150 max Best Ball Mania each of the last 2 years. Undecided if I'm going to max it this year. It just depends on what other tournaments I get into. And actually, I've never drafted on my own account on DraftKings. I don't have a DraftKings account, and so I'm really considering jumping into DraftKings streets as well, and then doing some of their $1 million, $3 million prize tournament. And so if I'm splitting bankroll there as well, it's all, I'm kind of doing the math in my head still, but we'll see. But I've been purposefully pumping the brakes on BBM at this point. I'm trying to get more information to move on before I enter arguably the hardest tournament to win. I've been enjoying the time boxes though, and I've been out of town a bunch lately, so kind of getting back into it hard right now. And you say highest ownership so far, who you want to get over based on ADP right now? Yeah, great questions. Highest ownership, I'll pop over to my exposures real quick of my completed for these few that I've done. Emmanuel Wilson's up there, Debo, Bijan. I had 75% Bijan for like a screenshot, for screenshot equity. Kyler, Devonta Diggs. So I wouldn't really trust my exposures yet. It's just too early. But who do I want more of? I want more Gibbs, of course. I want more Gibbs. I want more Chase. I want more Cook. I want more JT McCaffrey. And then those are like, I'm talking about like the first round, like what I feel confident in when I have the ability to make those picks. But overall, I'm going to be hammering running backs before round 6. So that's kind of one of my strategies this year. Everyone's talking about robust RB and how RBs are getting chased up. I really do kind of resonate with that right now, though. There's a lot of these picks in here I do and don't like. Fading Quinshawn, fading Scatterboo because of the injuries. I'm cool with Montgomery. I'm slightly starting to fade Bucky. There's a lot of rumblings that, small sample size on his entire career. He was good the second half of his rookie year. He was really good. He was good the beginning of last year, his sophomore year, until he got hurt, the shoulder injury, and then wasn't the same. I like Travion. I like Swift. Price is interesting. So, wide receivers, I also feel like I kind of have some stands on a few. Hey! Appreciate the gifted, Bryson. Shout out. Who got it? I'm going to pop over to YouTube. You gifted it to yourself? Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know that was possible. Okay, back on the clock. 82 and then 87. Dak Prescott's gone, of course. So no CeeDee Lamb stack there. I like Tucker Kraft. If he's there, I'm going Kraft. If not, I'm probably going Harvey. Trevor Lawrence is interesting. It might be time to get a QB. I could push it one more round. Dang, Kraft goes. Kraft would have been nice. I don't mind Trevor Lawrence. I think I push it one more round, though. I'm going to at least go Harvey to start, and then I kind of like Sutton. Reed is okay. I do like Michael Wilson. I like Dowdle. I just need to figure out, though, if this is a spot where I want to be, where I have one QB through 8 rounds, don't want to push it, kind of arbitrage Trevor Lawrence. I only have him with Tootin, so it's not the best stack, and I can't really backstack him except for, Britton Strange. So, to me, I might just arbitrage and take a different QB when they come back around instead of an overpriced Trevor Lawrence is my thought process. But I do like him with Liam Cohen. So there's a reason we're drafting him higher than we've ever drafted Trevor Lawrence. Oh, I don't like Addison. Michael Wilson I do like. I might just go Michael Wilson. Yeah, that's the play for me. I'm going Michael Wilson here. Him or like the tight ends. I feel good enough with the running backs. And Dowdle went. So I was actually, if I took Dowdle there, it'd be a lot of draft capital in running back. I'd stop at 5 for sure. I could even stop at these 4, and I might. We'll see how it pans out. Wilson there, and he's been falling a little bit, but that gives me a 4th receiver. So 4-4 start. Kind of balanced, but not really, because I don't have any QBs or tight ends. Yeah, Paulino's the lucky winner. My man. Slam the like and sub. Appreciate that. Oh, didn't advance. Bummer. Oh, a Frenchie. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing this Frenchie from today. Is a $10 entry? I'm not sure if I'm doing the Frenchies from Frenchie Friday this week. Yo, what's up, Darth Carter? How we doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great Friday. Bryson gifted himself a Mimby. Yeah, I didn't know that was possible. That's awesome. Not sure how that happened. Hey, that's just the luck, man. I've literally never seen that happen in anyone's stream ever, but now I know it's possible. That's kind of funny. You did? Okay. Maybe it's a new thing. Maybe YouTube updated the algo or something. Whoa. Are you guys seeing this right now? The Trevor Lawrence profile pic update to the short hair is tripping me out. You guys have probably seen this all day, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, take it. Throw some Lambos in the chat. I'm going to go yellow Lambo. Boom, boom, boom. Hell yeah. Hude says, who do you have making a big jump on moving day tomorrow? I mean, we saw Goddard make a push today, right? 5 under. Goddard was pretty sick. There's a lot of guys. How far back do you think someone can come and win this tournament? We just saw Goddard go 5 under today. The lead is at, isn't it 4 under or is it 5 under? I think it's 5 under, right? It's 4 under. Yeah, the lead's at 4 under. So I think anyone who's even could still win this. If you're 1 over, you could probably still win this if you made a good push over the weekend. So yeah. I'm going live with Meg on the Fanspeak Network in about 25 minutes. And we're going to go all into golf. We're going to sweat out our Albatross teams, talk about the ones that are advancing, what we need to happen, our exposures. We're talking about the cut, players that made it. And we might even draft one of these cut line underdog PGA best ball weekend only drafts. And I know that she is also going live with Sia Najad talking golf tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern, I think, as a live betting show during the PGA, during Saturday of the PGA. So me and her are going to try to get up to speed so she's ready for that show as well, that she can crush it, because it'll be fun. I know she's been putting in the work today with the 24-hour live stream. So I'm going to see. You guys got to come over there and help me. We're gonna help Meg out, get her all up to speed on which players we think can win the PGA this year. some good live bets, some good talking points. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, we're coming back around. Purdy's gone. Who else would I have even liked? I mean, Bo Nix is interesting because the RJ Harvey, but the surgeries. Stafford can go with Kyren. Kyren had a 2-touchdown reception game last year. People forget. Murray's always fine by himself. Chuck would get me Jordan Tyson stack. I might double tap. Ooh, I do like Laporta though. And Pitts would be kind of... Laporta and Pitts are both kind of good here. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing QB. Let's go Laporta first to grab a fall on Laporta. Grab a piece of that Lions offense. I think that works. And I'll just take one QB. And I'm going to preferentially... Do I take Shuck over Stafford? I don't know what to do. I could even go Goff now, the way I've set this up. I don't think I would, though. Draft capital-wise, I have the most draft capital in Kyren, so I'm kind of leaning Stafford. And then Shuck to Tyson is nice, but... I don't know, guys. I don't know. Stafford... Or I think it's just Stafford. I think it's just Stafford with Kyren past ADP. I think I just go Stafford there. It's tough. I had a lot of good options. Maybe I should have double tapped quarterback and then just push for late tight end. But I felt like Laporta gives me some value there, and I have been trying to get more Laporta on my teams. So a couple weeks ago, I posted something on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. I posted, a screenshot of the tight ends in the queue, and I said, "Where is the elite tight end line for 2026?" A lot of people thought it was just Bowers, or maybe Bowers McBride, and Loveland. A few people were shouting out Laporta though, saying he should be in that top group. So we'll see if I get really lucky and another quarterback I like comes back around. I wasn't really anticipating going Stafford. Now I'm really bummed that I got sniped on Devontae Adams there. Pick 57 right before me. He would have been nice to get Devontae Adams and Kyren with Stafford. But I think even just Kyren's fine. Kyren was one of, I think it was four running backs last season to have a single game with multiple receiving touchdowns. A very short list. Wyndham Clark hitting the camera. I saw that. That was wild. I did see that, Jeff. Nate Diaz or Mike Perry? Yeah. Brother, Nate Diaz. Ah, man. No clue. I have no clue on that. I can't give you a good honest take. I guess just Nate Diaz. Goombas, what's up, brother? I was able to grab a Goddard outright this morning at 80-1 when it was windy. That is sick. That is sick. I love that. All right. Yeah, Golf and Shuck both go. No big surprise there. Okay, before this next pick comes, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Because I don't have Dak Prescott. I mean, do I even want Jake Ferguson here? I get the team stack. I've been doing kind of a middle tight end, so it's not like the worst thing. I think the team stack could be fun, but it takes away some option later for some back stacking, or even I get some Rams tight ends. This QB spot's so bad. I don't want Darnold. I don't want Ward. I do want Bryce Young, but do I pull him up or do I wait for him? I have to wait for him. I'm going to push it. I mean, this is a puppy, so I'm trying to go big or go home. What do we need here? We don't need running back. Probably go wide receiver. Here, not really doing it for me. Poker for the double stack is kind of interesting. I would say that. I'm going to go Jake Ferg. With Coker, I'm a little bit worried that they drafted Brazil. I mean, I just searched the Panthers. Chris Brazil. So he could be competing a little bit with Coker. I do like Coker, though. I mean, I would have taken Coker. Damn. I want a Coker at 135. I think it's not a bad pick. We saw Coker go off against the Rams in the playoffs. It was really impressive. Omar Cooper, I think, would be a fine pick there. Tracy would have been interesting. Yeah, what's up, Two Mules? How we doing, brother? Oh, I'm back on the clock. Shit. I probably should have just taken Bryce Young, get it over with. I think I can get him to come back around. I threw in Khalil Shakir there, and I'm okay with it. He really has like no ceiling, but that matchup that the Bills are getting against Miami in Week 17 is pretty enticing, and then they didn't do a whole lot. I mean, Skylar Bell is the argument. People are saying Keon Coleman's not even draftable anymore, so at least Shakir is going to be playing snaps. He's just has like no ceiling is the problem. He's a PPR scam. This is a touchdown dependent half PPR site. So as a wide receiver 5, it could be worse than just having a Bills receiver. Doesn't help me with my QB problem though. We'll see if Bryce Young comes back around. But yeah, Goombas, that is sick. I'm a big fan of Goddard, so I'm interested. And those are great odds. Two Mules says he asked ChatGPT why his dog was learning a second language quicker than me. It went into a lengthy explanation of why that is. We're all fucked. You know, there's probably something to that. I'm not sure what the lesson there is, but there's probably something there. Hope you're doing good, man. Good to see you. Tucker Kraft feels like he can be tight end 1. A lot of people were arguing that too. That was the other name that surprised me. People were really touting and trying to make a case for Laporta, for Tucker Kraft, and people were hating on Fannin. No one was caring about Warren at all. I like Warren. And then a lot of people were hating on Loveland too. So interesting. Uday says Colin at 100-1, only 5 back. Seems like a good stab. Should have scored a lot better than he did today. Yeah, I'm a fan of Colin Morikawa, so It's tough to win an outright bet as it is, but 100 to 1, 5 back. The problem is Scotty Scheffler's in the field, and a lot has to go right for Colin to make up ground, but it's interesting for sure. Emo says this pit bull was filled by sharps. I'm not having fun. Imagine how much fun it wouldn't be if I was in there too, brother. One more sharp to the pile. It's like a haystack with a needle in it, but it's the opposite. It's all needles and there's only one piece of hay. That's how sharp that room is. I do want to get in the pit bull action though. There's no way I let this pit bull fill without maxing it. I'm almost certain I'm going to max it. For the next week or two, however long it's open, I'm going to be exclusively aiming to do pit bulls when I draft. This is the last puppy, I can already tell. This puppy's going to fill. I'm already over it. Especially if I get sniped on Bryce Young right here, I'm going to be just so done with these trash puppy tournaments. Yeah, I mean, Kraft is good. He could lead the Packers in targets, receptions, yards, touchdowns. Who knows as a receiver? So I'm not out on Tucker Kraft. I would have taken him. I took Harvey instead. I would have taken Kraft at 82. Come on, Bryce Young. I don't really need anything else besides QB right now. So these are all luxury picks from here on out. And then, are there any Rams I want late? Okay, hell yeah. I made it. We survived. We got Bryce Young to come back around. The team is not dead. The dream is not dead. We can do something here. The Rams, as we know, are playing Dallas, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. So think about some Tampa Bay pieces. I'm telling myself. And then the Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, Cincy, Pittsburgh, Seattle. I don't think I have access to much Seattle. I've got Barner and Horton and Emmanuel Wilson, Cooper Kupp. I lied. There's a few pieces. For the Rams, against Tampa Bay, and I get the week 16 correlation if I go Seattle, so that's kind of cool. But then for Tampa Bay, really just K. Dot or Hurst, and I like the Hurst angle, and I don't mind Sean Tucker. It's a little bit early for these guys though, and I don't want to take any of these other tight ends because then I'm done at tight end. I think here I want to go with. Do I just take Mendoza? I don't think I have access to any other good QBs. They're going to make sense on this team. I don't want Brissett. I think I go Mendoza here. And then just use him as a floor play for my QB room. I think that's the play. The Raiders. They play the Cardinals in week 17, and that's a nice matchup. So just one more out. I don't even know if I'm going to have any Raiders on this team. Otherwise, I don't know how stacked it's going to be. Probably not at all. I could always throw in a late Besh or a fourth tight end, Michael Mayer. Oh, Naylor's still there, but he's not. He won't come back around. I think people will occasionally fade Naylor, but he won't be there an entire round later, I don't think. Through my first 14 rounds, I have a 3-4-5-2 build. Stafford with Kyron, Bryce Young with T-Mac, cool. Fernando Mendoza, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, Bashal Tutin, RJ Harvey. I might stop at 4 running backs if it means I want to go 4 tight ends later, or just throw on an extra receiver that I can stack up. We'll kind of see how that falls. I don't know there's any more running backs like I have to have. excuse me, CeeDee Lamb, T-Mac, Jordan Tyson, Michael Wilson, Khalil Shakir, Sam Laporta, Jake Ferguson. Like, Sam Laporta and Jake Ferguson aren't so bad. I need 4 tight ends, but it just might be the best pick when I get there. What would Tyreek to the Chiefs change his ADP to? I forget who I was talking about this with. We were talking about Tyreek. Maybe it just was last night, but I swear earlier this week, the idea that if he goes to the Chiefs, it would be like, I know it was last night. We talked about this last night. It'd be interesting. I think he's not going to rise in relevance to necessarily change his draft capital. Right now, he's going where he's practically, in my mind, he's undrafted because I'm not taking him, but 191. So Tyreek, even if he rose to pick 100, I mean, if he rose to, he would never. I don't think he would. He could rise to pick 140, and then his draft capital is not really even changing from 190 to 140. It's minuscule. So it's like, if he rose to pick 100, that would be extremely surprising, and I don't think he would, just because coming off the injury. If he was fully healthy, maybe. But even then, the age, the baggage, all of the negative headwinds for Tyreek Hill for 2026. But yeah, what do you think, Bryson? Like, that's probably the best landing spot for him. And even then, coming off of the injury and just like the negative cloud around him, I don't think drafters would be excited to take him. So I think optimistically he goes like 150 in the best case scenario. And in the worst case scenario, he just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. I'm not really drafting Tyreek right now as it is, just because that injury was crazy. 178, almost certainly done at QB. ADP puts me in like an Otten kind of range. I don't love that. Schultz, but I guess I thought I starred the Rams tight ends. I didn't. Terrence Ferguson's still there. That's kind of, maybe could be a 4th tight end to go with. So maybe don't take Otten. Give myself some outs at the tight end position to potentially go 4 later. I don't want Otten here. I want a receiver. And I just keep taking Debo. Or even Jerry Jeudy. I'm just going to go Jeudy there. Jerry Jeudy. It's kind of a comfy click for me this late. I think it's all ceiling. You don't have to worry about his floor. I've apparently been going Jerry Jeudy or Debo in this range too often because I'm sick. I don't like any of these running backs that much, except for Emmanuel Wilson, who I did have too much of as well. Yeah, most of them are zeros. Speaking of Emmanuel Wilson, let's get some Seattle on this team. I think I'm fine with it. I think I was considering Sean Tucker. I think I'm fine with it being Emmanuel Wilson over Sean Tucker still. Probably could mix that up a bit. Didn't really need the running back there. I've got 2 picks left. Both could be tight end, or I could grab one more receiver. I'm going to have good options. I'm going to have good options all around. All things correlated, all bringbacks or stacks. So that's how I'm going to play it. I'm just going to correlate the rest of this team with things I've already built, team stacks. And then in 5 minutes, I'm going to wrap this draft up real quick, but in 5 minutes, I'm popping over to the Fanspeak Network, joining them for some golf. So if you're rocking with me tonight, thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you live real soon. I think I'm gonna be going live probably potentially tomorrow night, but if not, at least Monday for the Ballsy show at Bindles, and a lot more to come next week. We're getting the results of this So You Think You Can Tout competition first contender cut down. We're gonna get those results probably Monday, so look forward to that. I'm excited for that content to come out. I'm hopeful. So support the channel, support ya boy in that competition, and also come support Fanspeak. I'm not done tonight. I'm going live right now with them. I'm literally gonna jump out of this draft and end the stream now because I don't want to run over my time slot with them and be late. So maybe I'll post this to Twitter if y'all are interested to see how it ends up. But I'll definitely review this team live next time I go live, like we did tonight. Continue the thread. We'll review this team before I draft my next one live on stream. But I'm going to just end it there. I'm going to go jump over to the Fanspeak Network, get in the queue, get in the studio with them, put my makeup on for the cameras, and all that good stuff. Talk some golf. So come join us over there. At least, even if you don't care about golf, come over there, make sure you're subbed, slap that like button, say what up in the chat, and show some support. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to wrap this draft up. I'm going to wrap this one up on my phone, and I'm heading there now. Yeah, what's up, Cody? And then Cody's following me up, too, over there. So you'll see Cody later tonight. Appreciate you, Fantasy Dog. Hulk Smash. We'll see you there. Peace out, everyone.